What's up? What's happening, guys? Happy Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Actually, why am I starting with the game? Woo, this is a little much. Hold on. I'm gonna close the game for now. Turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, so happy Thursday, guys. What's going on? What I wanted to do today was see if there was a complete equipment guide for different Baldur's Gate characters or classes. So, like, I want to get the optimal setup for example, a rogue or a Starion. Just a general, like, I understand that music, relax. I understand that, like, some of the builds, obviously, like, you can go trickster rogue or whatever, like the typical rogue, or you can do the one that picks up the mage spells. In that case, you kind of want to have oh, my mic is about to fall down. There we go. In that case, you want to have the circlet so that he can have 18 int in spellcasting. So ultimately, I think this guide is going to be like, yeah, Steam, you can update, sure. I think it's going to be beneficial for a couple things. One is to, you know, like, min-max your character in early access. 2 is to get you off to, like, an amazing fucking start into Baldur's Gate when the game starts. And then 3, it's going to facilitate me going into, like, potentially speedrunning. Or helping out with speedrunning. Because having a hand axe +1 versus not having a hand axe +1, if it's not that far off the standard quest path, for example, it's worth getting. But if you have to, like, do a fucking backflip and a side quest and a ton of dialogue and skill checks to get something, then it's not worth it, right? So I want to see, like, optimal. See if somebody's made, like, an optimal gear thing already. Also, is there a fucking dark mode for Chrome? Or Google? Yeah, but I don't care about this applying for I want this on Google search though. Maybe this just applies, but now it's like all my windows gonna be dark. Ooh. Well, I think I just fucked all this up. We'll put it in dark though. Ah! I fucking hate white screens, but it's alright. I guess we can start with the weapons and then work our way backwards from there. Because a lot of the gear is interchangeable between classes. Really the only exception is like chest pieces, right? Because some people have light armor proficiency, medium, and heavy. So like, maybe we just pick a character and pick the strongest gear for that one character, and then we work on that while we play through this playthrough. So Starion's typically, he's gonna be, I mean, you could pick up dual wielding, but let's say like in a theoretical world, I'm not gonna worry about like what feat you're gonna pick, right? So we want the one-handed finesse. So typically dagger +1 if it's not that far out of the way, and then the short swords that are +1. Rapier +1. Oh, it has to be light though, right? Yeah, so light finesse. Scimitar +1.
I do not know as much about human relationships as I thought. There's no escape, these thoughts in my mind. A world full of wrongs that feel so
Short sword of first blood. That I found that the other night or last night. Susur dagger. Silences an enemy. Steel forge. Warg Fang? Where the fuck was this? Oh, it's only 1d4, so this is like a dagger. Goblins have disadvantage on attack rolls against the wielder. So like that shit, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Ritual dagger. I'm more like, so it says after a successful attack with this dagger, the wielder receives a d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 1 round. That's cool, but I honestly think like a +1 dagger is going to give you more benefit over the course of time. I want like gear layouts for Baldur's Gate. Over the course of time. So let's do let's go like rogue. What else are like interesting, like really gear dependent classes? Fighter. And we're looking for main hand, offhand, armor. I'm gonna put all the classes here, but wizard, warlock, probably ranger's the next one that's like really gear dependent. Cleric, range. Warlock, wizard, and the gear slots. I feel like weapons are the most important, but then there's like there's really powerful jewelry, so like ranged. I'm gonna go like ring 1, ring 2, amulet. I know if like my spelling's off, I'm not a good speller. Helm, gloves. Looks like there's a belt slot. I'll leave belt off for now because I didn't find any belts. And boots. Cloak? Is that a cloak slot? Cloaks kinda, there's no cloaks really. There's 2 slots for ranged weapons too, so I'm assuming you can do like dual wielding hand crossbows or some shit like that, or they're setting up for that. Okay, so yeah, so then belt and cloak. I need like a gear list. If I can find it. By like class, not just like the overall gear list. Maybe I really just need to go through this list of weapons and determine like what is actually good and what is like dog shit and stuff. Because there's a lot of weapons. So, blooded great axe, I could care less about this thing. Why is there no horizontal scroll? So I'll type out all the things that I'm like interested in using, and then we can optimize this list to see like what is going to be best suited for what class and shit. So club of Hill Giant Strength. I've never obtained this. I didn't realize this is off of like breaking a stool. I'm actually really interested to get that one. What the hell? Windows are freaking out. Alright, Corellian's Grace. Unhampered resistance. If the wielder is attacked while not wearing armor, they receive a d4 bonus to savings throw. No, I don't give a shit about that. Dagger +1. Yes. If it's not out of the way and I can pick it up real quick, Dagger +1 is going to be legit. Exterminator's Axe. Scourge of Pests. Deal additional 1d6 fire to plants, insects, or small creatures. This is a no because I also know that this axe is off of the last Drugar, however you say it, in the what the fuck do you call it? The underneath. It's not the underneath. Yeah, where the Dragars are. Drugars. Faithbreaker is good. And that's obtainable. I know that one comes off of the leader of the goblins. Glaive +1 I would actually be interested in. Great Axe +1. Great Sword +1. Halberd +1. Or Halberd. Hand Axe +1. Heavy Crossbow. +1. Jagged Spear. What does Jagged Spear do? Jagged Spear is one of two-handed melee weapons in Baldur's Gate. Is one of the two-handed melee weapons in Baldur's Gate. Each type of weapon has different ranges, damage, features, blah blah blah. Characters need to master certain proficiencies in weapons and be able to actions holding it. Yeah. It's uncommon, but what does it do? It's just a D8? No. Okay, this is something I'll have to look up and figure out. I probably picked this up and just never used it before. I'll just put it down, but I'll put a marker next to it. Light crossbow, +1. Light hammer. See, the thing is, light hammer is only a D4. Kind of sucks. But if it's not like too out of the way to pick it up, I'll get it. Light of Creation is one of the blah blah blah. There's nothing special to this either. Are these just like, whatchamacallit? Ceremonial spears and shit? Okay, it's nothing special. It's just like ornamental. Longbow +1. This one is like... Longbow +1 is like a must. I'm gonna give it the good to go. I'm gonna give it the green on this one. I definitely want longbow +1. Things that like stick out to me. Great sword +1. Great axe +1. Light crossbow, heavy crossbow. The ranged weapon shit. Lovatar's Scourge. The wielder grants resistance to necrotic damage. Deals an additional 1d6 necrotics to nearby targets, including the wielder. Oh shit. Double-edged mace, huh? Mace +1. Morning Star +1. Nature Snare, I don't really give a shit about that one. Quarterstaff +1. I guess, so Quarterstaff +1 would be for like, I don't know. Druid spellcasters. Rain Dancer, create water. Don't care about that. Rapier +1, yep. Scimitar +1. Shattered Flail? No, you go mad. That's the one that like makes you go mad if you don't keep attacking with it. Shortbow +1. Short Sword of First Blood. Break the Unbroken. Adds an additional D8 slashing to targets that still have all their hit points. Yeah, so that's like really good for the rogue. For their main hand. Yeah, you run around with short sword of First Blood in your main hand, so you do sneak attack. You sneak attack the motherfucker, and then your offhand is like a +1. You keep doing your bonus attacks. You can play it a couple ways though. Sickle of Buell. Buell's Benediction. Advantage when attacking bleeding targets. So no. Sorrow. It's a +1, so it's a D10 +1. Extra reach. Oh shit. Ensnaring Strike melee. Regret. The wielder takes 1 psychic damage whenever they deal damage using this blade. Sorrow's interesting for rangers, right? For ranged rangers. I'm gonna give it the orange to an ocean though. Like I'm not really interested in it, but it is. If it's like on my way to get something, I'll get it. Spear +1. Spear +1 too. It's like really don't give a shit about spears because you have to hold them two-handed, right? So like a D8 two-handed weapon sucks. Susur Dagger, silence enemy. Yeah, potentially. Susur Greatsword. Oh, it's a +1. This one's actually really nice. It's a +1 Greatsword and silence enemy. Susur Sickle, silence enemy. I can see like beyond early access these things being sick. Staff of Arcane Blessing. Bless. Bless grants additional 1d4. Okay, so this allows you to just cast Bless. It's not that great. Staff of Crones. Staff of Crones allows you to cast Ray of Sickness. This is actually pretty good for... Yeah, I think there's a combination out there, I think, with Staff of Crones, Ray of Sickness, because Ray of Sickness does poison damage, And then there's some magical items that increase poison damage output, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'm just gonna put Staff of Crones down. Steel Forged Sword. This is a main item that I need to get. It's a short sword +1. Sword of Justice. Yep. It's a great-handed sword +1. Gives Tears protection. The Watcher's Guide. Death's Promise. When the spear misses its target, the wielder's next attack against the target is made with advantage. Again, two-handed spears kind of sucks. Trident +1. Dude, it's like... Dippable. Can't dual wield. Oh, you can't dual wield tridents. Interesting. Alright, so Trident +1. Visions of the Absolute. Absolute Knight. Chance to blind the target. Deals an additional 2d6 piercing to certain creatures that sport multiple sets of eyes. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? Visions of the Absolute? I don't think I've run across that item yet. I found the War Pick +1. That was on a vendor, I think. War Prick. War Hammer +1. Warg Fang. Goblins Undoing. Goblins have disadvantage on attack rolls against the wielder. Don't care about that. Zayan... Zyanini? I'm just gonna call this Zayan, because I don't know how to say this. Zayand. Chance to encase the target in Sinister Fairy Fighter, granting advantage on attack rolls against the target. Yeah. That's the mace that the Drow is holding. I forget what her name is. It's very good. Doom Axe. Edge of Terror. Each strike fills the target with a chilling dread that prevents it from regaining hit points. Undead creatures also get disadvantage on attack rolls. So it prevents healing. Maybe later on. It sucks that it's not +1 though. Pike +1. Intransient Warhammer. Impulse Blast. Knocks nearby creatures prone after killing a target or making a critical hit. Interesting. Dragon's Grasp. Applies burning on hit. It's pretty good. Great Club +1. It's the same thing as like Quarterstaff +1. Nah. Ritual Dagger, the Pain Maiden's Blessing. After a successful attack with this dagger, the wielder receives a d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws for 1 round. I'll put it down. It's not terrible. Ritual Axe. The Scourged Mistress Bane. Chance to inflict a d4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws on target. If the attacker still has 25% or more hit points, they take 1d6 piercing themselves. That's good. Okay, so we have our list of weapons. Patch 4 added some new weapons. Phalar Aluve, a longsword +1. Four Gith Yankee weapons from the Gith Thank You Patrol next to the Mountain Pass. Some new weapons from Woodward, Shadow Druids, or Kaga. New specific staff, I think. New drop from... Oh yeah, there's a drop on Bullet in the Underdark. What does she give? She gives like slippery chainmail or some shit like that. Missing is the Instrangian Warhammer. It's locked in the chest on the other Dragar boat at the end of early access. You can only use it in that fight, though. I didn't know there was a chest on that other boat. The elegant design of this Warhammer belies its brutal, crushing power. This power does not give ground. Impulse Blast knocks nearby creatures prone after killing a target or making a critical hit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had that on here somewhere. Thought I did. Oh, maybe not. I do. I wrote it somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Dragar boat. Dwagar. Dwagar? Just want to see if they like somebody put together. Let's see, gear guy. I know Fextra Life has like all these guys and shit and abilities and skills, and here's one with that. He is mentioning he mentions the headband, but I don't know if he's gonna put in like equipment. Oh, here's equipment. So he's gonna use longbow +1 for the range, Steelforged sword, which is in Blighted Village. So you can get the headband of intellect and the Steelforged sword in the same area. Sword of First Blood is also a good choice for Astarians offhand, but last time I tested it appeared to do no extra damage. It's found in the Underdark. The thing is, it's like I want to get shit that's not in the Underdark. It's not trouble getting to the Underdark, but it's like you have to at least be... Fuck, what level you have to at least be? Probably 3? If you run into those Minotaurs, it's a pain in the nuts. Broodmother's Revenge. He'll gain Vampire's Bite, yeah, because he comes out as a vampire. Whenever the wearer is healed, the weapon drips with poison and deals... Its weapon drips with poison and deals additional poison damage. Yeah, I remember using this on Astarion, and then throwing like a healing word thrown on him whenever he needs it, and then his weapons are coated with poison. But it's not a pain in the ass to put basic poison on his weapons as a bonus action. He gets an attack and 2 bonus actions a turn. It's not too much. It's not a big ask to put poison on as one of the bonus actions. Alright, let's go through the magical armor then. Probably easy to break it down, go by clothing and shit. Poisoner's Robe. I think this is the one I was talking about. When the wearer casts a spell that deals poison damage, deals additional 1d4 poison damage. So if you run Ray of Sickness... So it's 2d8. It only adds a d4? Yeah, that ain't shit. So a d4 is going to give you 2 damage on average. 2d8 is going to give you 8. So on average, it's going to do 10 damage. It's like... I don't know. It's kind of a little bit limp dick. Robe of Summer is actually legit. Resistance to cold damage. It's not something I would like go out of the way for. Actually, you know what I should do? I should make this one like notes, location, and then armor. So Robe of Summer. Resistance to cold. Which is really good to have, but it's not like a necessity, right? And then Simple Robe. Take a look at light armor. Here's a leather armor +1. Studded leather +1. Gonna be chain shirt +1, scale mail +1, slippery chain shirt. So that was the one that bullet drops. Whenever the wearer heals a creature, it automatically disengages and won't trigger opportunity attacks. This one's like whatever. It's just like I don't give a fuck about it. You happen to get it because you're gonna kill Bullet, but the Oak Father's Embrace. Order of Nature. Undead creatures that attack the wearer receive 1d6 radiant. Beasts that attack the wearer deal additional 1d6 radiant. See, again, I don't give a shit about that either. It gives a base 13 damage, which is the same as like a chain shirt. So it's like it's nothing special. I'm not gonna like go the fuck out of my way for it. There's no enchanted heavy armor yet. Absolute's Warboard. It allows you to cast protection, but you have to be marked by the Absolute, right? Arcane Circlet, Nature +1. Don't give a fuck. Circlet of Blasting is sick. This is a Scorching Ray. Second best helmet, I think. Warped Headband of Intellect. The #1 magical item that you can get, I think, in early access, in my opinion. Set int to 18. This one gets the dark green. This is the thing. This is like the one fucking thing that everybody's gonna, and their mother is gonna fight tooth and nail over to try to get in the beginning. Shadow of Menzo. Doesn't that one, it lets you cast invisibility once per long rest or some shit like that? I'm like 90% sure this allows you to cast invisibility. Or it gives you like advantage on stealth checks or something. Helmet of Autonomy. Wisdom saving throw proficiency. That's pretty good. I don't think I've gotten this Helmet of Autonomy yet. I'm gonna pass on that though. Boots of Speed. Are these the ones that's on that like goblin in the Myconoid village? Underdark by giving an antidote to Thula in the Myconoid colony. Yeah, okay. Spider Step Boots. Immune to being enwebbed. Don't give a shit. Disintegrated Nightwalkers. Nightwalkers Misty Step. Can't be enwebbed or ensnared. Okay, yeah. These are sick too. Gaining ability to do Misty Step. I didn't realize how good like Misty Step is in this game, and like the ability to get up to like higher elevations to fight range. Range is like really good in this game. There's no cloaks yet. Gloves. Gloves of Power. These require the mark, though. Isn't that nice? They seem to be bugged where they bane you as well, and it says, it's not bugged, read the description, you idiot. That's not nice. I put Gloves of Power on Asterion and give him the mark, right? So it banes if marked. Purplish Gloves. If the wearer heals a poisoned creature, it's no longer poisoned. Not really. It only matters if you go and fight the spiders down in the where the spiders are, under the Blooded Village. Hellrider's Pride. Strength saving throw +1. Helm's Protection. When you heal another creature, it gains resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Okay. This one's sick too. I've gotten these once, but I don't remember where I got these. So it casts Blade Ward. Cast Blade Ward on heal. Okay. Notes, location. And we'll go, what do you call them? Trinkets? Accessories? When the wearer has less than 25% of their hit points left and deals damage, they regain 1d8 hit points. Absolute's Talisman. But I'm pretty sure that you have to be marked for this too, right? Yeah, you have to be marked, but this ain't too bad either. Heal below 25% if marked. That's okay. I mean, I'm pretty frequently below 25% health because, like, you just don't... A, you don't know, and B, it's like, sometimes you just don't have access to healing. Amulet of Misty Step, yep. I think that's in the Underdark. Is it? No. The Magic Missile Amulet is in the Underdark. Amulet of Elemental Torment, Nature's Vengeance. When the wearer stands in certain surfaces such as fire, it deals damage and the target also suffers the surface's effects. Nah, that's gonna be a no for me. Amulet of Saloon's Chosen. Saloon's Dream. I think this one is a double-edged sword too, like you have a chance of falling asleep. A creature you touch gains 1d8 minus 1 hit points, but potentially falls into a slumber. What's the percentage on the slumber? Oh shit, you can use this on an elf? Dude, I didn't even think about that. That's fucking cool. Good thing they put notes in here. Oh man, I would never use this. Oh, use it on classes that can't fall asleep. Heal an elf. Oh fuck, I learned something. Thanks, Anonymous. Beastmaster Chain. Animal Friendship? Pass. Broodmother's Revenge. Venomous Revenge. Whenever the wearer is healed, it weapon strips with poison and deals additional poison damage. Yeah, so this is for the rogue or any other melee class. Typically the rogue though, because they can attack multiple times. Cherished Locket. Not bad. Then I don't have to fucking walk around with dancing lights. That's typically for Gale or the other people who can't see in the dark and the Underdark. The Amulet of Lost Voices. Speak with Dead. Is that like practical for speedrunning abilities? I don't think so. The Ever-Seeing Eye. Protection from evil and good. Sapphire Spark. This is my opinion. At least I think it's my second favorite magical item in early access is the Sapphire Spark. Whenever the wearer casts Magic Missile, each dart deals an additional 1d4 psychic damage. It's fucking amazing. Gale literally just turns into a Magic Missile spammer. Amulet of the Unworthy. Resistance to slashing, damage, vulnerability to bludgeoning. Oh, that's off the Minotaur. That doesn't really help. Uncovered Mysteries. Detect Thoughts. Rusty Necklace. Guidance. You kind of always run around with a Cleric. Amulet of Sylvanas. Lesser Restoration. Meh. You always run around with the Cleric. You don't just hot swap it out. Alright, let me see some of these rings. Guiding Light, Cast Light. Not really necessary. Smuggler's Ring, Stealth +2, Sleight of Hand +2, Charisma -1. That's cool. But again, it's not like... I don't know, like... there's two mindsets. What is the absolute max min you could do for a character? So if we're doing Astarion first... Astarion, whatever, how the fuck you say his name. It's gonna be 2 magical short swords. It's gonna be the amulet that gives him poison on his blades when he gets healed. Probably gonna be this ring that gives him +2 stealth and sleight of hand +2. So maybe I should put it down. I was kind of starting to tailor my Excel sheet towards like speedrunning, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's really the best. You should just make like an all-encompassing one. Ring of Poison Resistance. Resistance to poison damage. Meh. The thing with the jewelry too, it's all interchangeable. Anybody can wear this shit at any given point. Sunwalker's Gift. Removes disadvantage against enemies obscured by shadows. The Mage's Friend. Arcana +1, Religion +1. Meh. The stealth actually helps in combat though, the Smuggler's Ring. Crusher's Ring. Speed +3 meters. Yes. Yes. This thing is fucking amazing. It might be top 5 too. Crusher's Ring. Ring of Color Spray. This one's pretty good too. That's where the Harpies are. That's pretty early in the game. This is like, is it worth it to go out of the way to pick up Color Spray from the Harpies? Probably not. But you get experience for fighting the Harpies and shit, so. Ring of Psionic Protection. Forms a barrier around the wearer's tadpole. They cannot draw from its powers, but doesn't grow any stronger. Oh yeah, that's from the... That's from the Mind Flayer and the Underdark. That has implications... It has implications with the game, like, later on. Past early access. So, like, when the full game's released, I'm sure there's gonna be... purpose to the Psionic Protection Ring. So that, like, your... brainworm doesn't grow and continue to fuck you up. The Whispering Promise. I don't know much about the lore, though. I know there's a shit ton of lore out there. But I'm just assuming from, like, logic that the Psionic Protection Ring is going to have purpose later on. Whispering Promise. Blessed Mercy. When the wearer heals a creature, it also receives a D4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. The contingency sucks on that, though. It's like when it heals a creature. It's not terrible. It's good for, like, a cleric or healer. It's like bless if healing. Ring of Restorative Gravity. Savior's Allure. When the wearer heals another creature, it's pulled 2 meters towards them? If something's in trouble. Explorer's Ring. Nature +1. Survival +1. Meh. Meh. Crusher's Ring. Sorry. Excel's so bright. White screens are so bright. Saloon's Dream. I learned that Saloon's Dream, that necklace, you can heal an elf and then won't put him to sleep. That's fucking cool, man. Just from making this short list. Okay, so Rogue's probably the main hand and the offhand is gonna be... I mean, these are probably gonna be interchangeable. Let's go like Steel Forge. Alright, it's a +1. In short sword of First Blood, right? This is like the best. The best that I could probably make for these characters. Studded leather armor +1 for medium, right? Range is gonna be longbow +1. I'm pretty sure. I don't even have to look at this one really. The only thing is like, where is the longbow? I gotta find the location of this shit, because if it's in the Underdark, it's like it's too fucking far away, you know? I think location's gonna be a big important fucking step here too, so I might have to write out locations in a minute. Optimal rings. Crusher's ring. I don't know, like Misty? There's not a Misty Step ring, is there? Oh, Smuggler's ring, I think. Amulet, I want the Blood Mother's Revenge. If healed, gain poison weapons. Broodmother, sorry, Broodmother's Revenge. Helm. Warped Headband. If caster. If he's not a caster, what helmet am I gonna put on him? Circlet of Blasting. He's just gonna shoot shit with the bow +1 though. I'm gonna look at helmets again. Holy fucking Chrome tabs. Do I have all? I had like 6 Chrome windows open with like 8 tabs each. Oh, Shadow of Menzo. Gives him, like, invisibility, essentially. I can't remember if it casts invisibility or gives him advantage on stealth checks or some shit like that. This one's actually going to be... Shadow of Menzo. Or the Warped Headband if he's a caster. But I guess you could just say that for fucking anyone, right? I'll leave Warped Headband off. Let's pretend like he can't cast spells. Let's just pretend like that. I think it'll be the easiest way. Alright, gloves. Gloves of power. But he has to be marked by the absolute in order to use them properly. There's multiple ways to do that. Boots. Boots of speed. Boots of speed or the Misty Step boots. Disintegrated Nightwalkers. Disintegrating. Let's call them Nightwalkers. Belts. There's no belts. No cloaks yet. That looks pretty good. Let me just look at light one-handed weapons again. Real quick. That's it. It's not martial. Simple melee weapon? Is that what it is? What is a short sword classified as? Simple versatile weapon? No. Martial? Oh, it's martial. I should give a column for like alternates too. That way then I can put like Nightwalkers here. There's a lot of short swords. There's a scimitar +1, but I've never seen it. Druid's Grove? Off the merchant? Really? Light finesse dippable, 1d6 +1 slashing. Oh, does it? Oh, you know what the thing is though? Does Starin have proficiency with scimitars? Short swords, longbows, blah 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 blah. For weapons, you want to use 2 short swords. Maybe I don't need an alternate. Yeah, I probably don't need an alternate common. It's just gonna muck up this fucking list too. I think this is a pretty good list for the rogue so far. Trident. Trident would have been fucking cool to use on the ranger, the dual wielding ranger. So this is just gonna assume that the rogue is like a non-caster. This is gonna assume that the fighter is gonna use a two-handed. So this is gonna be like Lae'zel, pretty much. I know that all fighters aren't two-handed. Some use 2 one-handed weapons and some are ranged and all that shit, but... Knowing Extra Life, he probably put in... There's probably a guide for Lae'zel. Let's see if I can find it. Her armor is going to be the Githyanki half plate. I literally murdered her in my last playthrough to take her armor. I didn't want to play her character, but I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna murder her and take her half plate. She's not terrible as like an Eldritch Knight, right? If you use her to like pick up spell casting, but you have to put the helmet on her. I don't really know if that's optimal. Like the fighting dice that you get, the extra action dice, they're fucking really good. Where does he talk about the gear? Really says blooded great axe? Oh, because you can purchase it from Damon in the Hollow in the Druid's Grove. Oh, okay. Exterminator's axe can be found in the Decrepit Village. Really? Oh, Decrepit Village in the Underdark. You gotta fight a Dragar. No. Sword of Justice. Yeah, Sword of Justice. That's what I'm gonna fuck with. Sapphire Spike. If you're going Eldritch Knight spellcasting, Warped Headband, or Sapphire Spark, huh? Oh yeah, because she's gonna be spamming magic missiles. So let's say she's a straight fighter, right? So we'll go Cherished Locket for the dancing lights so she can see, because she's Githyanki, she can't see shit. I mean, Great Axe +1, Great Sword +1. Where do you get the Susur Greatsword? Lighted Village quest, finish the masterwork weapon. Oh, we have to get the Susur roots from the tree, though. I don't think I've ever done this. The blueprint can be found in the chest in the basement. The Susur tree bark can be found in the Underdark. Use the furnace to create the weapon of your choosing. You need a common weapons. Only D4 sickle can be added. The 2d4 ones you get from the red caps won't do. And ingredients. Reward Susur dagger, sickle, or Susur greatsword. No, you can't You can find a sickle in the Druid's Grove near Enchanting Druid. However, 2d4 sickle dropped by red hats won't do it in early access. I'll put a Suser. I've never done that. I didn't realize you can craft. There was stuff to craft. I'll put alternatives in the offhand, so it'll be like Great Axe. Great Sword +1. The Suser Greatsword's 2d6 +1, so it's a Greatsword +1, and then I think it silences, right? The Suser weapons? Silence on hit, yeah. That actually might be the best. Sword of Justice is pretty sick too. It's 2d6 +1, but then you can also cast Tears Protection. Yeah, one of these two is really good. For ranged... I think it's gonna be a bow. Any bow. I'll just put bow +1. It can be short or long. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure fighters are proficient in most, like 90% of the weapons. Then the rings. What we're gonna do for the rings? It's gonna be similar to Asterion because it's melee. Actually, Guiding Light. Guiding Light to be able to cast light on herself so she can see shit that she's attacking. I don't know about that. It's gonna be Crusher's Ring again because of the movement. Everybody, like literally everyone benefits from movement though. Maybe the Color Spray Ring. The Whispering Promise is going on the Cleric. I can just do that now. What's the Smuggler's Ring do exactly again? It's stealth, right? I'm not trying to put a fucking equation in. Fuck you, Excel. I should probably save this. Stealth Sleight of Hand. I mean, there's not that many good rings, though. That's the thing. Crusher's Ring is, like, superior to everything. Literally, everyone's gonna have Crusher's Ring of it if they can. So maybe that should be, like known that everyone's gonna have Crusher's Ring. So it shouldn't be in here. So like, let me, maybe like a must-haves, I'll put down here. Crusher's Ring. 3-meter movement. What's that helmet called? Warped Headband of Intellect. Set int. Then that way, like, if it's a must-have, I don't have to have it up here. When a wearer heals another creature, it's pulled 2 meters towards them. I can't think of a situation where, like, I would prefer that. Maybe I should just go through all the magical rings and then just, like, fill it in as I see fit. Guiding Light. She'll be able to cast light on herself because she can't see. So for a rogue, maybe I should do, like... the Asterion... Lizelle. There's no ranger. The cleric is going to be Shadowheart, but that sucks. Base the warlock based off of Will. The wizard based off of Gale. Gale, Lizelle, Asterion. They play, and Will to a certain extent, kind of play like their class is. There's really not that much difference in early access. Really, where you see the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest range of gameplay from within a class is Cleric. Cleric's pretty different. So we'll base it off of like that, because then I know Lizelle can't see in the dark, so Guiding Light's actually good on her. Arcana and Religion for Gale. So some of these are just going to be stat boosters. Nature, Survival, Arcana, Religion. Crusher's Ring is superior to everything. Who would benefit the most from Color Spray? Probably Asterion, right? Because he can cast Color Spray and then bonus attack twice. I just put Mage's Friend on Gale. Mage's Friend is Arcana +1, Religion +1. Removes disadvantage against enemies obscured by shadows. Probably Lizelle. Sunwalker's Gift. I don't know shit about ranged rangers. I know melee rangers. Poison resistance, or it's like Flight. The rest of the rings, there's really not much. Psionic Protection forms a barrier around the wearer's tadpole. They cannot draw on powers, but you can't grow any stronger. Whenever the wearer heals a creature, it also receives a d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. So Blessed Mercy. Whispering Promise. Yeah, I already put that on the cleric. Oh shit, I forgot Druid. Where would Druid? Druid would be right around a cleric. Explorer's Ring. Explorer's Ring gives nature and survival +1. Yeah, I mean, the rings don't really matter. It's part of the reason why Fextra Life doesn't put it in his guides is because it's like there's so little rings that affect the game right now. Rings might just be a fucking wash. Yeah, let me put a gray area over the rings because I think it's gonna end up being a wash. A lot of them is gonna be the same as Crusher ring, Color Spray ring. So now I see why Color Spray ring is so important because it's it's like one of like 3 rings in the fucking game that in early access that actually does something. So do something like that. I think there's quite a bit of amulets though. Sapphire Spark. That's gonna go for the wizard. It adds 1d4 force damage to magic missile, each missile. I feel like this is a must-have, Sapphire Spark. Because you can have Eldritch... You can have an Eldritch Fighter, which casts spells, and then you can also convert rogues into casters, too. Missile? How the fuck do you spell missile? Missile. So Gale's not gonna get that, although he's probably the best with it. Cherished Locket, cast Dancing Lights. Okay. I already put that on Lae'zel because she can't see. It's not terrible on Gale either. Beastmaster's Chain. This is kind of, I think, like a ranger and druid thing. It gives you the ability to cast Animal Friendship. Saloon's Dream. The creature you touch regains 1d8 minus 1 hit points, but potentially falls into slumber. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Or elves. Wow, Saloon's... Amulet of Saloon's Chosen. Like, you would think that would go on a healer, but it doesn't really. It's kind of like an emergency. I feel like being able to heal another creature as like an emergency thing with a class that typically doesn't have spells is pretty important. Alright, so maybe like Warlock, maybe the Wizard. Because if your Cleric goes down, who's going to pick up the Cleric? I mean, you can aid and pick them up, but it's usually better to heal them. And then it's kind of like a double-edged sword too, because you can put shit to sleep. If like a creature's at full health and you go to heal them with Saloon's Chosen. I mean, I gotta fuck around with this item. I didn't realize how strong this thing is actually. Now that I know like the mechanics of it. I think it's just some. I think Saloon's amulet of Saloon's chosen. It's just gonna go on someone who doesn't have the optimal amulet. So I'm trying to put in like people who are not using Sapphire Spark, for example. I'm trying to put in backup ones because only one person can use Sapphire Spark. You know what I mean? The same thing goes for Crusher's Ring. Obviously, Crusher's Ring is going to be better than whoever's secondary ring, and Warped Headband is going to be good for literally any character that doesn't have an int score of like 14 or higher. No, 16 or higher. I mean, like even characters with int 16 can benefit from +2 int. The Misty Step necklace is fucking sick, though. I feel like that would go with the Warlock, because they try to get up to high elevations and cast Eldritch Blast. Amulet of Misty Step. Whoop. Cherish Locket for Lae'zel. Cherish Locket probably for Gale too, so we can fucking see. Nah, his is gonna be... Oh, you know what I'll do? So Sapphire Spark's gonna be the best on Gale. So who's gonna be the best with Crusher Ring? Crusher Ring, right? Probably Asterion, right? So whoever's the best, I think, with the item that everybody must haves, I'll give it to them. Who's the best with the Warped Headband, though? Lae'zel? Let's see, Gale, no. Wizards have naturally high int, or typically have a high int. Warlocks depend on charisma. Druids don't... Druids based on wisdom. Clerics based on wisdom. Ranger... What are ranger spells based off of? I want to say wisdom too, but I don't remember. What do they roll to hit their spells with? Dexterity? Dexterity should be your primary stat if you tend to focus on being an archer. Bows use dexterity for chance to hit enemies and how much damage you do. After dexterity, consider max out your wisdom. Wisdom is a ranger's primary spellcasting stat. So, yeah, that wouldn't work for them. So it's gonna be like fighter or rogue. I'm gonna say fighter, because the fighter's probably gonna benefit more from having a spellcasting off class. Yeah, boots of speed. Everyone's gonna be fucking wearing boots of speed too. Hellrider's Pride. Yeah, there's very like limited gloves too. I mean, I'll just put gloves of power. Most of the time people are just gonna wear generic gloves. Hellrider's Pride. When you heal another creature, you gain resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. That is gonna be cleric and druid. I know other classes can heal, but I mean, fuck. You could always think about it like Asterion doing his leech with his vampire bite, and then fighters also have like, I don't know if they consider not action surge, but whatever, their healing ability. They can, if they're like a true fighter too, they can use their superiority dice to heal. I thought. I haven't played a true fighter in a while. I keep doing Eldritch Fighter. We'll just keep it like that. I mean, what's the ranger gonna wear? They're not gonna heal. Warlock's not really gonna heal. Wizard's not really gonna heal. I mean, everyone's gonna be wearing gloves of power. Essentially, there's three gloves. Gloves of Power, which is if you have the Mark of the Absolute, causes creature to receive a D4 penalty to attack roll saving throws. Herbalist Gloves. Cleansing Touch. If the wearer heals poison creature, it's no longer poisoned. That's doesn't pertain really to early access. And then Hellrider's Pride. You give Blade Ward to a creature that you heal. That's pretty easy to do that. I mean, boots are going to be the same way. Everyone's going to be wearing boots of speed. Oh no, there's Misty Step boots too. The casters are going to benefit from Misty Step boots. And then there's Spider Step boots. So there's three boots. Boots of Speed, Spider Step boots. You're immune to being enwebbed, and then Disintegrated Nightwalkers. You gain Misty Step essentially. Cannot be enwebbed or ensnared. Can't slip on grease or ice. That's probably for Lae'zel. Right? The Nightwalkers, because it's more important that she doesn't slip, because she doesn't have as high dexterity, I don't think. Asterion's going to have crazy dexterity, so he's going to be able to pass those checks on grease or ice, or being ensnared or enwebbed. I also want casters with Misty Step, so not the druid. I haven't decided the druid, but like the wizard and the warlock are gonna benefit greatly. Anybody else who's casting range. So let's say the ranger is gonna be the ranger is gonna be ranged. Even though I played a dual wield build. So they'll benefit from Nightwalkers. The cleric will benefit from Nightwalkers. The druid will benefit from Boots of Speed, I think, more than Nightwalkers. I mean, fuck. The fighter is gonna benefit from Boots of Speed too, because she wants to get into melee. So it's Boots. The melee is gonna be Boots of Speed, Nightwalkers, either or, and then all the ranged people are gonna be Nightwalkers, and then I'll give the druid Boots of Speed. In my mind, Boots of Speed works better with the druid. In my sick fuck of a mind. Okay, so let's look at helmets. Circlet of Blasting is excellent for the Warlock. Allows them to cast Scorching Ray. So if you hex, so it's not just like the ability to cast Scorching Ray. You get an additional spell slot that allows you to cast Scorching Ray. And it's the same thing with the amulet that deals force damage on magic missiles. It gives you an additional level 1 version of magic missile. So once you spend all your spell slots, you can cast another Scorching Ray, or you can cast another magic missile. And the reason why Scorching Ray is so fucking sick in Warlock is that if you hit a target with Hex, every time you hit that target, it applies the Hex damage. So Scorching Ray is exceptionally good with Warlock. Wisdom saving throw proficiency. I mean, everybody would benefit from that, but like being able to cast invisible or advantage on stealth checks or whatever is better. Having an int of 18 is better. Dexterity saving throw +1. Scorching Ray, nature +1. I mean, helmets just protect against critical hits in general. Shadowheart Circlet doesn't do shit. It's just aesthetically pleasing. Maybe I'll do something in the future. Some of these are light armor, heavy armor dependent too. Okay, let me see what else would make sense. So for the wizard, we Circlet of Blasting too. Probably the druid? No. The druid benefit from having 18 int? Not really, everything's wisdom based. It's just whoever's dabbling in spells is good to have the warped headband, which I think best is fitted for Lae'zel. There's gonna be Circlet of Blasting for everyone? Maybe, so the druid's gonna be Circle of the Moon Druid, so... I guess the gear will change slightly for the different specs of druid, but... I mean, Shadow of Mezzo is probably good for the druid too, if they're sneaking as a... one of their stealthy creatures. Clerics can always use additional offensive spell. I don't know what benefit the ranger. Nature +1. I mean, probably the shadow helmet too, if you're not running a rogue in the party. Yeah, it looks good. And the rings, there's only like 4 rings. I can fill out the rings now that I kind of have a feel for what I'm doing in this spreadsheet. Oh, I'm looking at amulets. I was like, there's only 3 rings though. Guiding Light, Sunwalker's Gift. Those are reasonable. I mean, everyone's gonna run Crusher's Ring. If they have a chance. Ring of Color Spray. What would I put on a Ranger? If it wasn't Crusher's Ring... Whispering Promise for the Cleric. Probably Whispering Promise for the Druid too. Because when I played Circle of Moon Druid, it was like if you pop out a form, you're just throwing out healing, like a healing word, and then you kind of just pop back into form. Oh, you cast a concentration spell, and then your following turn, you bonus action turn back into the creature that you are. I guess you could put, yeah. I mean, I don't have much choice, so I'll just put Whispering Promise for the Druid too. Warlock's gonna be Mage's Friend, I guess. Mage's Friend gives Arcana and Religion +1. I guess that's kind of important because he's gonna be the Warlock's gonna be do all the talking, right? Is there anything that gives like survival nature? No. I put Guiding Light on Lae'zel because she can't see. I mean, it's not terrible to put Guiding Light on Gale either because he can't see shit either. Just because they wear the ring that casts light doesn't necessarily you need to put light on them. You can put light on whoever or whatever. But those people cannot see. Will can't see either, so I guess I'll give him Guiding Light too. It's tough, man. Like, everyone's gonna be wearing Crusher's Ring, or everybody wants to wear Crusher's Ring. I gotta figure out like a item duplication trick in the game. Crusher's Rings +3 meters to movement. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe Druid would be Ring of Restorative Gravity. When the wearer heals another creature, it's pulled 2 meters towards them. Because the Druid's typically the tank, right? You can also use this offensively, pulling shit off of like cliffs and stuff. That'd be fucking cool. Alright, let's do that. Using like typically like beneficial to your party's spells, but like being able to pull something when you want to pull it, that's fucking you know what, they're gonna have fucking what do you call it, Thorn Whip or whatever, Vine Whip or whatever the hell it's called. It's the same thing, except instead of trying to damage them, you're pulling them with a heal. I feel like push and pull in this game are really beneficial, and then also ranged is really good in this game too. So like getting up fucking high on your enemy and then just like raining fucking hell down on them, My fights have been so much better. My technique is so much better in fights now. And then being able to like push them off of cliffs or pull them down from cliffs and shit, it's really important. Alright, who else needs it? Cleric. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, I don't have anything else to put it. These are just alternates to Pressure's Ring. What does a ranger benefit from? Nature, survival, so Explorer's Ring. This classist? Color spray? Removes disadvantage against enemies obscured by shadow. But you have to be on them, right? Meh. I'll just leave it blank. I have no idea what to fucking put. I haven't really played a ranged ranger. Alright, let's do Wizard next. Wizards is primarily spell driven, because like the armor doesn't matter. They're just gonna cast mage armor on themselves. There's Poisoner's Robe, that gives you 1d4 poison damage, but with my wizards I never cast poison shit. I use that little, what's that poison blob one? Forget what it's called. I also use Melf's Acid Arrow. I wasn't too impressed. It's more like small AoE damage. You hit the target and it does a little bit of AoE damage or like splash damage. But they can make like, on the cantrip one, they can make like a dex save. Staff of Crones, cast Ray of Sickness. Is that really the best two-handed weapon a mage can use? It's not what the, so it's not going to be what the weapon does. It's like the added benefit. So Staff of Crones right here allows you to cast Ray of Sickness. Rain Dancer allows you to cast Create Water. Yesterday I had Nature's Snare go off. Fly Trap, chance to ensnare target if it's not a plant or a beast. It was on a reaction. Gale fucking took a reaction swing at something and ensnared it. And I was like, holy shit. This will never happen again. Unhampered resistance. If the wielder's attacked while not wearing armor, they receive an added d4 bonus to saving throws. I never really fully understood this. The staff casts the cantrip resistance if you're attacked, but it needs to concentrate, which is weird. As the other passives like the ring, they give bless on heal, and the gauntlet which banes the enemy do not. That might be a little bit bugged if it has to hold concentration. I guess it's Staff of Crones is the best in slot, huh? That's sad. But I mean, again, mages are not like dependent on this shit. The armor's just, I think it's just the robe. Poisoner's robe. The Poisoner's robe, again, is not that much better. Whenever the wearer casts a spell that deals poison, it deals additional 1d4 poison. So it's like +2 to poison damage. Oops, I put that one the wrong one. Ranged? What do they use? Bows? Not applicable. Firebolts. That's their ranged. Sapphire Spark. For accessories, you can equip Warped Headband of Intellect to raise Gale's intelligence to 18. As a result, his spellcasting modifier raises to +4, which increases the chance of successfully landing Gale's spells. Yeah, I think if I had to pick a person to give the Warped Headband of Intellect to in a party, it's gonna be Lae'zel. If I take her Eldritch Knight, but if I keep her Fighter, I guess it goes to Gale. And that's it. So we got Mage's Friend, Guiding Light, Sapphire Spark, Warped Headband or Circlet of Blasting, Gloves of Power, and Nightwalkers. There's no belt or cloak. I don't want to do Light Domain though, because I feel like most people are not gonna roll Cleric. Maybe, I don't know. Light Domain's pretty sweet. I'm a huge fan of Light Domain Cleric. At first I was like, fuck, why the fuck would anyone ever play Cleric? You just bring Shadowheart or whatever. Armor proficiency. Unlike weapons, proficiency in armor type is a must-have, or you'll be facing some staunch penalties. Characters who wear armor that aren't proficient in will have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attack roll that involves strength or dexterity, and they can't cast spells. However, the upside here is that the character can cast spells while wearing armor they are proficient in, even heavy armor, with no penalty to attack rolls, or arcane spell failure, which is a huge change from D&D 3.5 and Pathfinder. These are 5e rules he's talking about. I mean, in the game, it's so fucking easy for Gale to put on, like, heavy armor or whatever, medium armor. It'd be actually interesting to see how low his ability to, like, hit and shit would be affected by it. Okay. I'm getting a little sidetracked, just like reading and shit. So, Rangers can use pretty much any D6 weapon dual wielding. And if they pick up dual wield, they can use D8 weapons. Is that right? Let's say they're just ranged, though. So they're going to be using short swords. What does a ranger have proficiency in? Ranger proficiency in weapons. Maybe I should boot the game up. I typed 5e instead of BG3. Oh, I didn't know rangers could run around with a shield. Who are you? I am you. You are me. Simple and martial weapons. All weapons? Does this change if I change the... Ranger Knight has a proficiency in heavy armor. This is what I did with the dual wield build. Oh, there's two music playing at the same time. My brain can't. My ADD brain can take it, but I know some people's brains can't take it. If you're Mage Breaker, you gain Arcana proficiency. Interesting. Bounty Hunter. The Batman build. Okay. Oh, Baldur's Gate. You're gonna play in the background. We're going back to the spreadsheet. So... martial weapons, simpler martial weapons, but I'm assuming they're D6s, right? Unless you take dual wield, so... But I'm just gonna assume you're not gonna take dual wield. You're gonna be a ranged ranger. Um, martial ranged weapon. Martial ranged weapons? Oh, hand crossbow. Simple two-handed. Short bow, light crossbow, goblin bow. Martial 2. Okay, so it's gonna be longbow or heavy crossbow. What are the melee weapons gonna be? Fuck. Where's my list of melee weapons? I mean, the D6s are the swords. Scimitar. +1. Faithbreaker is a D8. One-handed, but... could run a two-handed weapon. Ah, shit, that's true. Is there any two-handed weapon that gives, like, a benefit to ranged fighting? Create water. There's Sorrow, which is a two-handed melee extra reach spear that you can cast Ensnaring Strike, but you take 1 psychic damage whenever you deal damage. That's interesting. Staff of Arcane Blessing. Staff of Crones. Chance to blind target. Oh, but you have to hit him with it. Deals an additional 2d6 piercing to certain creatures support multiple sets of eyes. Wait, who has multiple sets of eyes? Spiders? That's like a head scratcher. Fairy Fire Mace. That's typically good for the cleric. I like that on the cleric a lot. Let's work on the cleric. I gotta come back to the ranger. Ranger's not like a class I'm like super familiar with. I think for good reason. Cleric I know pretty well because I played I fuck around with Shadowheart a lot. I've done light domain cleric, so. Get the Yankee half plate. I'll put it. I'll put it. It's actually pertinent because if you don't run Lae'zel, you can just take it. That's the only equipment recommendation? Oh, shield. Shield. You want a short sword and a studded shield if in your melee slot because short swords use dexterity for their attacks and damage rolls. Okay. Short sword +1. So Asterion's actually better off with the Steel Forge and First Blood. scale mail +1. I think they're gonna use a short bow too. Oh, longbow. Broodmother's Revenge. Give that to Astarion. Herbalist. It recommends herbalist gloves. Heal poison friendlies. Heals. Removes poison off of poison friendlies when you heal them. Sure. I guess. It's a little. Yeah, whatever. We'll change it away from Hell Riders. Somebody's gonna be wearing Hell Riders over her anyways. We didn't give her an amulet. What amulet should she have? Misty Step's not terrible. Because Cleric usually casts like Bless and then fucking hides. My clerics do. Or Shadowheart, as a cleric does. Oh, Saloon's Dream. I wanted to fuck around with this. It's not really like appropriate for her. Oh, Misty Step. I'll just throw it in there. Blood Mother's Revenge is sick. But really is like... So once I make this comprehensive list of like... best in slot, or like realistically best in slot, because you can't have Crusher's Ring, Warped Headband, and Sapphire Spark and all the characters that you want to have. So it's like, it's going to be like a cohesive thing. But then I gotta find like where all these magical items are. So like a dagger +1 is gonna serve me. I mean, it's +1 to hit too, right, on a dagger. So it makes it slightly better than a short sword, because a short sword's gonna do d6, 1d6 damage, which is 3 damage on average. A dagger +1's gonna do 2 damage on average +1, which is 3. But the low range is going to be higher, so it's going to deal 2 to 5 damage instead of 1 to 6. But it has +1 to hit. So I never really take that into account, actually. So a dagger +1 is superior to a short sword. Just a standard short sword. But they're fucking expensive. Unless you just straight up kill the merchant, which is... It happens a lot. The merchants die. The merchants die pretty frequently. Alright, we'll circle back to this. Let's work on the druid. Boom, 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 boom. Fucking infected mushroom. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. I like this. I like infected mushroom a lot. Look up like a druid gear. Baldur's Gate 3. See if somebody made a druid class. Of course, Factual Life does. Factual Life has fucking everything. Oh yeah, I wanted to do stupid shit too. Like Good Berry's probably one of the worst spells because you can just go around literally eating every food that's available in the game and it gives you health. It's like I would kind of want to try to find practical use for Good Berry. Like I wanted to physically throw Good Berries if I can. It'll be funny. Good Berries for the memes, but the other spells I actually want to like do a pretty in-depth analysis on because not everybody knows the rules of Dungeons and Dragons 5e, so I feel like it's really important to go over the spells that are going to be in Baldur's Gate 3. And I can go over them now, and they're not going to change that much at release. Like they might fudge around some of the numbers, like the amount of damage a spell does, or the area of effect of a spell. But I feel like the basic physics of the spell, they're not going to change that much. And I think most of the spells are pretty good. The way they are. Nothing feels too crazy to me. Thunder Wave is pretty nuts, though. Magic Missile's crazy too, with that amulet. Equipment, Shillelagh, Githyanki half plate. When in doubt, take the Githyanki half plate. Scale mail +1. Okay, so it's gonna be the same for medium. Warlocks wear light armor, don't they? Comes to accessories, Absolute's Talisman. Circle of the Moon Druids will likely be in combat often while in wild shape. This allows them to maintain their wild shape form and keep fighting without having to stop. Ooh. So he's suggesting the Absolute's Talisman, which is sick because Absolute's Talisman, when the wearer is less than 25%, they gain if they hit something, they gain 1d8 hit points. I forget if the bear hits twice. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think about that. Sometimes I can't get out of my own fucking head. I like to reference other people's shit too because other people are smarter than me. Whispering Promise Ring also has nice synergy. Since you can heal yourself with it and it will increase your attack rolls by doing so, it's located in Shattered Sanctum. Whispering Promise. I give Whispering Promise to the Cleric. Yeah, I don't know. Explorer's Ring is garbage. Whispering Promise. The one thing I gotta do again with the Circle of Moon Druid is I gotta fuck around with the Badger. I didn't use Burrow properly. I pretty much just spammed Roth and Bear forms. I used Spider a little bit, but Spider's just health pool is too low. I felt like that way with the Badger too, so that's why I never like revisited it. Main hand's gonna be a club. Is there club +1? And they want a shield in their offhand. The added AC. Because they're gonna cast Shillelagh on the club. Shillelagh. I'm looking for clubs. Simple melee weapons. Wait, club? Oh, there it is. Shillelagh, imbue your staff or club with nature's power. It becomes magical, deals 1d8 plus your wisdom damage. Yeah, so you want a club and a shield because the shield's gonna give you the AC. There is no club like +1 though. I thought there was like a hill giant club. Club of Hill Giant Strength. Increase strength score by 15. 215. 215. Yeah, that's whatever. Then the druid can carry all this shit. I just put Club of Strength. Ranged? Like a bow? Like a light bow? Bow. +1. Yeah, like the druid's gonna get the +1 bow over anybody else. And it's fucking dreams. Alright, let's do Warlock. Eldritch Blast Spam. So it's gonna be light armor, so it's gonna be leather armor +1 studded leather armor. Doesn't, I mean... They're not gonna... Can you cast while holding a shield? You can cast while holding a shield, right? I ran into this issue where I put a shield on Will and something weird happened, like he couldn't cast or some shit. Warlock. Cast with shield. Baldur Gator. If you're proficient, so this is based off of 5e. If you're proficient with shields and your other hand is free, yes, you can. Clerics do that, as do paladins. If you are not proficient with shields, then you can't cast with it. So you gotta have a shield proficiency. That's a no-go. Weapon. Not applicable. Now, what's a good weapon? He can literally use any simple weapon, right? The Fairy Fire one's not terrible. It just needs to be some bullshit where, like, The Rain Dancer? I guess Staff of Crones. I guess. It's really like what's available in early access, and it's not much. That's what they... Staff of Crones / anything. Offhand. Not applicable. Eldritch Blast. Should I put that for the offhand? He's gonna be wearing... Isn't there... There's a cold resistance robe. Oh, no. He wears light. Like the rogue. Like studded leather, light armor +1. Light +1. Studded. It's always weird to me that like Warlock can wear that, and then like any bow. They're gonna use Eldritch Blast. They're not gonna use the bow. Really, the only thing that matters, I guess, on the Warlock is the armor, huh? Same thing with Mage, though. So Ranger, I'm just gonna put D6 weapon +1. Any D6 weapon +1. I don't think there's any that are like amazingly more superior than the rest. Martial melee weapons. Steel Forge. Scimitar. Can he use a Morning Star? What about a Rapier? Let me actually look at this Ranger guide, because I don't know shit about Rangers. Okay, so his guide is for like a basic Ranger, so they're gonna use a longbow or heavy bow, right? Yeah. For melee weapons, you can dual wield any finesse weapon that you want. Can't sort this by finesse, but so yeah, the finesse weapons, scimitar, sword, these are D6s. The non-finesse weapons are the D8s. I think finesse just denotes that it's lighter, so it deals less damage and it's lighter and smaller. Oh, Rapier is finesse. Oh. I want to load up my Ranger build. You know what? What's fucked though is that my Ranger he's dual wield feet spec'd, so he can hold heavy weapons, non-finesse weapons. So I think this is right. I think it is finesse. Rapiers are 1d8 finesse. Can a ranger dual wield rapiers? Can you dual wield rapiers in 5e? Yes. However, this normally means just that you have a rapier in each hand. When you take the attack action, you can attack with just one of the two weapons and can't attack with both of them. Oh, is the bonus action attack only like a light finesse? Yes, however, this normally means that you just have one rapier in each hand. When you take an attack action, you can take attack with one of the two weapons. You can't attack with both of them. As in during your turn, either you attack with your left rapier or you attack with your right rapier. Can you attack with both of them? Take the dual wield defeat. No. Maybe I shouldn't have typed in 5e. I should type in BG3. He thinks some more homework is required by Larian in which weapons can be wielded the main hand and offhand in D&D versus what is available to players in Baldur's Gate 3. A dex-based character like a ranger or rogue should be able to wield a rapier in its main hand and a dagger or a short sword in its offhand with no penalties, except the offhand damage bonus if they don't have a two-weapon fighting. A strength-based two-weapon fighter or ranger should be able to wield any one-handed weapons in their main hand and a finesse or light weapon with no penalties. That is where the dual-wield feat comes into play. A PC with dual-wield, depending on their dex or strength base, can wield any weapon they are proficient with each hand. Look at this pass, dude. I love how fucking people. You might not be able to see this because it's tiny. I love how people are like fucking passive aggressive in text. It's like, fix it, please fix it. Capitalize, Larian. Thank you. Actually, actually, guys, dude, they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's their game. They're literally God. They can write the rules. They do take liberties with the rules of 5e, but they're pretty close to the within the bounds. Nothing's like. Oh shit, I mean to hit continue. I meant to load up my ranger. Because I wanted to check this out, but he has dual wield. How can I check this real quick? I don't have a ranger save that's not dual wield spec. We could check with the rogue, right? Where the hell do I get a rapier from, though? Will? Will has a rapier by default, right? I just go to camp and then ask Will for his weapon. Oh, William. William. Oh, I haven't even gotten to Will yet.
Another grave to dig. We're getting far too much practice at that.
that's the case. I still didn't really get a clear answer though. Kind of just making fun of that guy. Rapier is not a light weapon, therefore you cannot dual wield it without having the dual wielding feat. There you go. There's the answer. Why does it get downvoted? People are mean, dude. So no rapier. So literally any D6 weapon plus 1. And then armor's gonna be it's gonna be the Gith Yankee half plate and scale mail. That's a pretty good list. Well, now I don't need this load. What color should we give him? I think Ranger is like green. Cleric, Shadowheart, she's like a gray. Druid. I think Warlock. I always feel like Warlock is purple. Oops. I have to use a stupid mouse to do this stuff, so it's like... Whoa, that is very purple. Wizard is blue.
Another grave to dig.
Rogue is yellow. I'm just doing that based off of World of Warcraft. It's like a light yellow. Do that color. Actually, that's more the color of the fighter. Rogue, I'll give like a light orange or something. But aren't druids orange? Damn it, Rogue. It'll be yellow. I don't like the yellow though, it's too harsh.
Time to pack. We need to leave.
I have to use this monstrosity, by the way, for my mouse. Because if I use a normal mouse for too long, I get like repetitive injury or some bullshit like that. I'm on a computer for work like 8 hours a day, so I'm such a fucking boomer. I have to use an ergonomic mouse.
Let's check for healer, then move on. Whatever else is happening here isn't our concern. Lead on.
Perhaps we should have stayed in Elturel.
So I kind of want to check these vendors and highlight where I can find any of this stuff like immediately.
Suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met, and thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The rich, just some bits and bobs.
What are you selling? Just some bits and bobs. I didn't check everyone's gear. Oh, what does he have to sell? Dragon's Grasp. Applies burning on hit. That's fucking sweet. Oh, I'll be right back. I take a piss. Who's gonna use it? Shadowheart? Like, who's gonna use a D6 slashing weapon? It's not finesse. So, Starion can't use it. Lae'zel's gonna use a two-handed weapon. I guess she could dual wield. I feel like she's better with a two-handed weapon, though. Could be biased. He's also the druid vendor, so like if the druids die, we get all his shit, right?
Sylvanas, Guy.
Yeah, let me check everyone's gear first.
Can we stop shouting? No?
I'm more likely to shoot a crossbow with Shadowheart than I am to cast Sacred Flame, so let me give her the best ranged weapon. I can't use Gloves of Power yet until we get marked with the absolute.
I won't leave them behind.
She wants. What am I supposed to give her? This is where I reference my guide that I made. Hey. Short sword? No proficiency with martial weapons? Or short swords? So she does 1d6 right now, but she'll do 1d6 plus 2. You need to be proficient to use a short sword?
We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
That's not what I said.
Can we stop shouting? No?
Why am I getting plus 2? Oh, because I have dexterity. Fuck, man. Everybody wants to use a short sword. Yeah. Okay. I think I saw the rest.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
What? I can literally take down this village in about 30 minutes, dude. Don't tempt me. So I'm not gonna pick up this axe. It's interesting that this axe is here, though. Because I give it to the cleric. Cleric doesn't fucking do melee battle. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna make a difference. Create water staff? Nope. Leather armor plus 1 is legit. I need this. How much are you selling this for? 13.20? Fuck off. Could buy a helmet too. Helmet's not terrible. You try and charge me 220 for a helmet? This little fucker. I don't think I have enough, even if I sold everything. Oh, did I check everyone's armor? Yeah, she's all set with armor. She's all set with armor. What about me? We're good. of 800. 880 for the leather armor plus 1. Okay.
Sylvanus be with you.
It's cost them 1300, or I can just murder him.
I won't leave them behind.
Good work.
Let me go look at this tiefling vendor.
You're all heroes, each and every one of you.
What to bring?
Thanks for fighting. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Blooded great axe. The wielder is 50% HP or less. They deal additional 1d6 slashing damage. I wonder if that's good for a druid. Oh shit, that's good for the druid. An extra 3 damage on a hit. Great club. This is new. I didn't see this on the items list. Oh, it's a two-handed 1d8. Fuck that. Light crossbow plus 1. Maul plus 1. Ooh. Ooh, you touch my tra-la-la. Warhammer, no. Quarterstaff, no. Spear, no. Scale mail. Wait, no proficiency, medium armor. Oh, the person that's talking. What if I talk with Lae'zel? Then I can compare. Proficient with a maul. Yep. If I can kill him, loot his body for all these +1 armors, this is probably part of the all the weapons and shit too. Oh shit. +1 scimitar is actually probably the best thing here. So +1 scimitar and then the maul and the scale mail armor. If I can kill him and take all his shit. I don't know how I can like kill him effectively and then not get in combat with the rest of the camp. The hell? I never noticed a skeleton back here.
I'll talk to the guards at Baldur's Gate.
Ooh, 23 gold.
My love, you were a caravan escort for 3 days, and you quit in the middle of your shift.
You sound like your father.
Well, it was his caravan.
I mean, like, how would you start the fight like fast? What's the fastest way to gain experience? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't want to do this whole Saza situation either, too.
My foot to your head. Oh, you ain't gonna
Put it.
that.
She didn't.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. Look, you move.
So fucking advanced in charisma. And I'm guided. I only have to pass a 1.
What in every hell is wrong with you? Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies? Can't.
It's alright, Arca.
So I'm assuming I gained experience for that. Is that... Should pay attention. I don't notice the experience gains actually. 449. Any experience talking to him?
By Mordai's eyes, my friend.
I should actually measure. We should look up all the experience gains to the different things that you can do in the game.
Has the tadpole ravaged your senses? Sympathy will not lead us to purity.
Lower.
Has the tadpole ravaged your senses?
What do you want? On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Man, I just...
The map.
No hard feelings.
So we're at 449. So yeah, we gain experience on that.
The last...
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she...
Rough. Soon you will be... When the tiefling was clear. If there are a Githyanki west of here that... I am unfamiliar. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run.
She's being a bitch.
Lozel's eyes drift down. A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds. You see yourself through Lozel's shiver.
Are we finished?
I don't like how you look at me.
I see you as you are. What you think is of no concern to me.
What do you mean purification?
The Kresh hold by covenant, I can say no more.
She fucking racist, dude. I never knew this. I never played Tiefling. I always play Elf.
Show me again. Not now. We're working. Remember? Come on.
Just once.
Yeah, just once.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a...
Oh.
Damn it.
Carl, you, step back. Go join the other tieflings.
A moment.
You.
The harpy fight. Harpy fight takes a while because they fucking dance around. I'm actually gonna skip over that. I gotta look up a location of all these magical items now that I made the guide too, actually.
Please.
This is...
A what? Girl? You mean parasite? She eat wrath and keep...
Come,
Do it. Very well. She may go. Out, thief.
thank you.
Halcyon isn't here. Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, you would. A vipe, no matter. I took back the idol of nothing. You showed. I want there to be gone. The viper must strike. You will do. This tale ends.
A devil child.
Oh no. I drank a potion of speed, that sucks. I hit 6 by accident. I'm gonna take a side detour and go to the South Swamp and figure that shit out, though. Because I've never done that. I've never gone to the swamp and then come back and confronted her about what I've found. I've never finished that storyline, so... Zevlor is... I don't need the color spray ring. I honestly don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. In early access. Maybe when the game's fully released, color spray ring is actually going to matter. Or, you know, over the duration of time, it'll matter.
Take your time.
Don't you
Get
lot
a feel for it.
I know you have it.
Touch me and I'll bite your fingers off. I will.
To the city. I think I'd make a fine teacher, or a baker, or a butcher.
Mayan, Fontia.
I heard if the... So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. You saw... It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe a low, but I can't manage that. But they've already let... You're take... I'm still... Leaders need to make...
I get up and out of here. I keep finding gold. I don't need gold. You know what I actually need? I need like fruit and shit. Some of these might have some stuff in it. It's all wine and shit. I'm looking in wine crates, I guess. That's what I'm gonna get. Wine doesn't heal you, does it? I thought it just makes you, like, drunk or whatever. Yeah, I'm just drunk now. Cool. I didn't get the Druid's Grove waypoint though. That's kind of a...
Fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
It's a pretty big fuck up.
Calm yourself. They're survivors, not soldiers.
I failed to see the distinction.
I need to go up and around. Get a short rest there. Get my spells back. Heal up a little bit.
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
Swamp's this way, right?
So, you know about these parasites. Will we survive?
Only if my people extract
There we go. Some fruits
Dead
and
goblins.
veggies.
Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
I can smell trouble ahead.
Murder. 40 off.
Get over there! Surround him like! You spot no fun in skewing a pig what does we got here or you turn.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Hold up, lads. Go on then.
Ooh, almost level 3. Can't fight these ogres yet, though. Need to get to level 3. Oh man, there's these like the tough little shits outside of the hag's house. I mean, I could deal with the guys at the windmill. Let me think about this for a second. Oh, you know what? I can kill the bugbear and the fat ogre fucking in the barn. And that'll get me to level 3. Killing this dude too. I was fucking dumb. Shouldn't have taken that hit. Let's kill that guy, kill these guys. Be in good shape.
As you approach, then a low.
What the hell is it?
Every time, it's fucking great. Woo! Oh no, she doesn't have any spells. It's no bueno. Ooh, these guys are level 4, I'm level 2. It's not great. Oh, maybe I didn't want to push her. But get her off Lae'zel, well. Yeah. Dude, I hate this. I just like don't want to take the reaction, but I want to move like a half a foot and forward. That went pretty well for being level 2 fighting against level 4 dudes. Oh. Yeah, Misty stuff is too good. I'm gonna do shatter. Oh, I got burning hands though. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, okay. So I got burning hands because I'm Mesotopheles tiefling? I don't know.
Well, that was unnecessary. I'm sure those...
Okay, now that we're level 3... Now let's go kill the ogres. I think I can jump the ogres and get the... I mean, who's gonna use the helmet though? Nobody's gonna use the helmet. I guess it doesn't matter, I don't have to fight the ogres. Don't really have to do this fight either. The goal is to try to get to like... Oh wait, can I sneak past them? Hold on. Is there a way to sneak past these dudes? I don't know if he can pull levers or not, though. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Should I launch him or should I stop it? Oh, I didn't mean to launch him. Oh.
Oh, Birdie, he just flew away!
Oh my god, I didn't mean to do that. That's fucking hilarious though. I want to see what the I want to see what the reaction is if I just stop the windmill. Oh my god, that was so good. It's a good spot to fight them too, I think over to the right there, because it funnels them, but they're still gonna try to climb up on that stupid rock that's like right next to it. The reason why this fight sucks is because typically you walk up the stairs and there's two hills left and right, and then you have goblins that are archers standing on top of them, and then you have these wargs coming straight at you. So it's like a perfect pincer maneuver or whatever. But if you can get around one edge and kind of like funnel them to one side, it works. I think it works better. But I want to see him hit the brakes on this one.
What's going on back there? Go check it out! On it! Bit good.
They're actually like investigating.
Looking to have your guts spilled, are you?
Huh. Okay, so it starts battle regardless. trying to think if I even want to do this fight. How am I gonna get to level 4? I gotta go down south and do the Khadga shit though, and fight those like swamp imps or swamp druids and shit. Maybe I'll just go do that. I could do this fight. This fight's gonna give me a lot of experience, I think. Should have done the owl bear people too, because it was on that pathway over to the blighted village. They were just over kind of to the side or whatever.
With both! Make it good!
Damn, good hit, dude. What about the imp? Where are you? I want the imp to harass on this side, I think. Oh, he's going around the long way. Oh, I can't rally myself.
Invenium viam.
Please. Where's the one that was casting the bless? This one? Nibble, nibble. Oops. I thought I could fly up there. There we go. Where the fuck is Shadowheart? Girl, what are you doing? What the fuck? I got fucked here because Shadowheart. No, no. Just bite him. I'm so close. Shit. Oh, wait, what? I didn't even take a turn with the Warlock. Because I keep spamming space. I can't do that when turns are tied together. I think space ends anything that's, like, tied together or whatever. Shit, there's one up there too. Get off my rock.
Stop! I know things. No, wait!
No mercy, sweep the leg. Oh, we're murdering you guys. Yep. Yep. Murder. Yep. It's the worst crime. Didn't really give me that much experience. I feel like 3 to 4 though is like it's the longest. I feel like 3 to 4 is the same experience or duration as like 1 to 3. Could be wrong. Alright, let's go do the Khadga shit. I'm actually really intrigued. Oh, I forgot I'm in a village where I'm not really fighting them. I like talked my way out of it or whatever. Whoops. Stop killing goblins. What about these dudes? I think I have enough to kill these dudes too. I'm a short rest away.
Dwarf better. Bone tastes good. Not bad. Dwarf better. Dwarf sweet like honey.
Not what I wanted to do.
Must you? This inane chatter pains me.
Wisdom, right? No one wisdom checked this pier, huh? There we go. I'm gonna throw rocks at me from up here, though. It's a little bit sketchy. I would lose my hex, though. He's hexed, right? Oh shit, that was 25 damage bow shot. Damn. Ah, that's fucked. I hit the fucking building. Oh, he's gonna smush my imp. Oh, okay. Bye, imp. Oh, shit. I didn't know he could do that. Whoops. It wasn't even in my mind. It wasn't even my mind that he could just fucking knock the support beam down to the top of the roof and knock me off of it. That's kind of cool.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Like every little bit of experience is gonna help, right? Yeah, I did that stupid thing where I hit space again. Fuck. Oh, I aggroed all the rest of them. Shit. Shit. Okay, well, whatever. They'll come over here. Wait, what the fuck? These people are alive?
For the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act. Just let her go.
You there?
Stop this! We won't ask again!
Careful.
I've never had this
Don't trust a
interaction
word out
before.
of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Han.
Enough. Where is she?
Bollocks. You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready.
She's just gonna teleport away.
Bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. Started. None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back. Are you joking? I ain't got a clue who you are. But not a chance.
These idiots. Normally they're dead and you can find their bodies and they have like a letter and what they're looking for down here. I want to eat a little bit of food.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched. You blink, and the wilderness changes. A swamp, stink.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
Let them come in. There's 2 more red caps. I gotta get rid of this caster. Which caster just runs? Huh?
dead? Well, I thought they had a sister to find. That's just me.
Not just dead, gutted. Hardly a painless kill.
Damn.
Te exequo.
Wait, how did she die? The hell? I don't know what drinking a potion's gonna do, but... No, attack her! You shit. Good bonus attack. Oh, because she just stood up. Dude, I love how they fucking just drop kick us like nothing. I don't think I'm gonna actually be able to do the druid quest for Khadka right now. Okay, everyone's getting fucked up now. This is like one of the first times I've seen Astarion fail a sleight of hand check in these bushes too. Yeah, I know it hurts. It's running water. Yeah, around here it starts to get fucked up. But anyways, I think this is gonna be it for me tonight, guys. I had a shit ton of fun putting together the item list. I think the next thing that I need to do is put together like a location. Once that's all set, and I can kind of see where all the easy magical stuff is and where I can pick up experience and things like that, we can better plan out a speedrun kind of situation. But right now I'm kind of just doing some side quests and shit that I haven't seen before, like going to the Hag and seeing those people alive. Fuck, man, I didn't know that was a possibility. I've never done this one where the Shadow Druid quest line. I haven't finished this one out either, so try to figure this one out. But this is gonna be it for me tonight. I typically have Dungeons and Dragons on Friday nights. Tomorrow is a new season for Diablo 3. I still play Diablo 3 in the new seasons, but typically it doesn't start until 6 Eastern for me, so I might stream that. I might stream this, but the chances are low. Actually, you know what? I'll make an effort to do it tomorrow, but I have to reconstruct my stepdad's laptop. That's a whole nother fucking story. But Saturday I'm gonna be pretty busy. I'm gonna be hanging out with my parents, and I have to go make an iPad purchase. I'm getting a new iPad with the stimulus check. It's fucking sweet. And I'm also getting my COVID vaccine on Saturday. So I'm gonna be a little busy on Saturday. Maybe Sunday, maybe tomorrow afternoon. Probability, chance of rain, chance of me streaming tomorrow, 30-40%. Chance of me streaming on Sunday, 30-40%. So if I don't see you guys, have a good night. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Try to stay the fuck away from people if you can. And have a good one. Peace. Chicken grease. Thanks.
An enemy of a new kind. Through the uncharted lands of the West, a fistful of men ride for the Black Water.
Tonight, an unsettling tone lingers.